When everybody has the same amount of guns, bombs, and guard dogs at their house, then nobody breaks into anybody else's house.
Right.
But that doesn't mean that people rest well. That doesn't mean that each household is at optimal financial success. And it also doesn't mean that when one house needs help, other houses don't feel a need to help. Right. If anything, they're like, oh, I heard Joe's kid got hit by a car. Awesome. That means Joe's going to be distracted for the next few weeks. I wonder if that's enough chance for me to like file a claim so I can get 15 extra feet into his yard with my fence.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff that that's geopolitics in a nutshell, right?
So,
geopolitics is just the same that happens in your HOA on a national or on an international level.
So governments act like human beings in the best interests of themselves first, and they will take advantage when they see it, if they see weakness.
That's the definition of a state, right? So I think it's great that you're highlighting this. Individuals act like individuals. Collections of individuals act like individuals, right? You've heard of mass hysteria and mob mentality. What does that mean? All that's saying is that groups of people act like a single organism. Well, then when you define the terms of a state, meaning that you define the terms of a government, what you are doing is you are identifying the U.S. federal government as an entity. Even in the United States, a company is an entity.
Of course.
Right? A person is an entity. A company is an entity. So when you get to the highest levels of the national government, right? When you think like the U.S. president, can you let Americans die and still save America? Yes. Can you let the American government die and still save America? No.
Right.
That's the huge difference that people don't realize. The federal government doesn't need you to keep itself safe. So everybody who thinks that the government's there to protect them or take care of them, no. The government is not Big Brother. The government is not mom and dad. Mom and dad care about you. Big Brother cares about you. The federal government is more like your boss. It only is as invested in you as the GDP you create. And as soon as you stop serving the government, it could give two fucks about you. Which is why everybody's worried about Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security, except the government. The government's like,
well, that's because we have the world reserve currency. So we have the money printer. You know, a lot of countries can't do that. They have to default on their debt. They have to raise taxes. And you know, there's a whole discussion about fiat currency and the way that I think like Bitcoin could be like a savior. Again, technology could solve a lot of these problems, but let's put that aside for a second.
So fresh on